it, and I'm proud to be a man because I'm a man. I'm not seeking validation from any outside resources. It's this innate nature that I'm feeding with a justifiable means that gives me a measurable and valued return. Better men choosing to enforce and implement valuable means to an end that will propel you into a rich, rewarding, measurable, and valuable life. This is the Better Man channel, where our aim is to create an atmosphere where men begin to feed that innate nature, calling and hungry for potential, so that we may reclaim our sovereignty, reclaim our identity, find a purpose and meaning in life. My name is Jaron, a former guy who had no identity, no idea of what it meant to be a man, no clue of the virtues, the characteristics of masculine strength, and the sovereignty that is issued with the identity of manliness. But I hit rock bottom in a lot of different areas in my life, and I'm beginning to have no other option but to begin to restore my identity, know what it means to be a man, and how I can use the characteristics of to live a rich, full, rewarding life. It is Friday, man. On Friday, I like to shoot from the heart, and last night I read this sentence, this paragraph from a James Allen book, As a Man Thinketh. Man, get that book. I read a page a day and just get caught up on a sentence or paragraph here and just like, wow. But it said that there's for every action, there's always going to be consequences. Like smoke follows fire, like shadow follows the form, so too does effect follow the cause. For every action, there's a consequence. And as men wanting to reclaim sovereignty, the autonomy of manliness, and restore our leadership and authoritative roles, it is crucial, essential that we begin taking ownership and control of our life. And what better way to recognize the power that we have by being in tune with actions and consequences. The actions that we take have consequences. The inaction that we choose to not take has consequences. Everything that we do has a consequence. However, many times we get caught up in the norms and conditions of society. We get caught up in all the BS, and it's easy to point fingers and spew off excuses. But as men wanting to restore sovereignty, wanting to take ownership of our life, we've got to begin to be responsible for what we can do. What actions can I take to be a better man? What are the consequences of me doing this? What are the consequences of me not doing this? No longer am I going to give away my sovereignty. No longer am I going to surrender my ownership, surrender my responsibility by pointing fingers and blaming others. As men, it is time that we quit having these futile means to an end, right? We haphazardly do mediocre and below average things, and we expect, as entitled generation does, we expect these big, grandiose results, but we put in little effort. We are fine with this synthetic validations, what many are caught up in the social media age. Someone liked my comment, someone liked my picture, and we get all excited and feel all upright and big because somebody liked my picture. This synthetic validation, this superficial blow to our ego, this superficial thing uplifting our ego is bullshit. And we get caught up in this. And as men, it is imperative that we begin to restore our strength, restore our own validation. I'm a man, damn it, and I'm proud to be a man because I'm a man. I'm not seeking validation from any outside resources. It's this innate nature that I'm feeding with a justifiable means that gives me a measurable and valued return in the end. Our actions have consequences. Your current environment, your current living situation, the terrain that you inhabit at this current situation is due to your actions, your consequences, and your response to those. We take actions, we get a consequence to those actions, and how do we respond? Can we adapt and adjust if it doesn't go our way, or are we going to get caught up in pointing fingers, making excuses, and saying, it's on them? Futile attempts get these hand-wavy results where it's just, okay, well, maybe next time. No, as men, we're taking ownership and responsibility of our lives. For every action, there's a consequence. For every cause, there is effect. What are we doing to cause a rich, badass, rewarding life? It is time that we begin to implement valuable means that are going to propel us into our destiny that can be measured by valuable resources that are going to project us into meaning, purpose, and identity. What are you doing today? What actions are you taking? What thoughts are you having? What perceptions are you beginning to perceive? And so that you can live this rich life where you are in control and you take ownership. We've got to realize that ownership, responsibility comes with knowing that you are in charge. And all of your consequences are due to your action or inaction. You are a man. There's this innate nature begging for you to find a means, a rewarding means that's going to give you a valuable end. Quit pointing fingers, quit making excuses, take ownership for your life. You're a badass man, given this badass gift to create, design, manifest your life by choosing the actions that are going to give you beneficial consequences. Get your ass up. Begin doing the things that are going to give you a rich, rewarding, full life. Quit making excuses. Quit being lazy. Quit being idle. Get your ass up. Remove yourself from the synthetic validations. Remove yourself from the norms and conditions of society. Take ownership of your life, reclaim your sovereignty, and become the badass man that you were created to be. You guys will hear from me next video.